it's Haley. I'm back with another New York City vlog. I'm heading to the Intern Queen Party tonight at Gramercy Theatre. If you don't know what Intern Queen is, they are an awesome marketing agency and they offer a ton of college ambassadorship programs and whatnot, and also a ton of awesome career building advice. But they are going to have so many awesome panelists there tonight that we get to hear from. I will also include clips from that as well. I'm super excited, and I just got to the train station, so I gotta pay for parking and walk over there. So let's head to New York. Because I was not trying to mess up this whole look here. So I got a poncho and I'm literally probably gonna throw it out, so that's fine. But I'm waiting for an Uber now. And we're gonna head right there and get in line. And let's go.
In New York City, and I felt like, man, there's not an event to really celebrate all of the hard.
Yeah, so I've been there now for 13 years. I've kind of always worked in entertainment. I started with Lauren at Creative Artist Agency as assistants, and at SNL, I basically book all the hosts and special guests and help with music. There is like a dedicated music booker, but our department kind of covers the gambit. Our department also does all the casting for the show, and collecting writer packets, so it's kind of like the hub of everything talent related. When it comes to booking a host, I would say you're looking to see what is in the zeitgeist, like who's having a pop culture moment, who do we think is going to be like really good at this. Comedians always kill. And then just like what movies are coming out, what television shows are coming out, like who do people want to see? Like we'll do polls on like social media, like who do you guys want to see like host? So it all depends, and you also want a rating, like who do people want to tune in and watch? So it's kind of a bunch of different factors.
When you guys ask questions of integrated marketing for Dunkin, explain to everybody what that means.
This is a great question. I think whenever I mention that I work for Dunkin, some of the first questions I get are, oh, like, do you work at the store on Main Street? Like, do you work at the drive-thru? Especially my kids' friends, they're like, do you work at the drive-thru? I wish I could, I'm not capable. But anyways, so I oversee our brand marketing team for beverages. So you guys obviously tried our raspberry watermelon refresher, hopefully. So our team essentially gets to dream up the next sips that come onto the menu. So whether it's the next cold foam, the next refresher flavor, matcha, iced coffee, all of those. You guys are nodding up front, I love it. So we get to dream up what comes up on the menu next, and that's, you know, really involved, obviously. I know you've been behind the scenes with me, like driving through drive-thrus, checking out products. But essentially our job is to follow the product along its journey from the moment we think of an idea and really identify a white space opportunity to drive growth, all the way to getting it into store. And for me in particular, I really help to lead our vision and strategy for where we're going. So how do we bring in that new consumer? And as Keri was saying, it's like for us, similarly, it's all about how do you get that audience in? How do we get that younger target in? So we're always trying to unlock kind of the next new innovation or cool idea that'll get people excited.
Well, I mean, we have years of examples, you know, looking at the magazine, seeing what we've done in the past, and, you know, at the end of the day, we are a brand. I'm not representing myself, and even if you're an event planner at school or whatever, you're representing your client. And I think that's, you know, Anna's my client, Vogue, the Vogue readers are my clients, and I try to look at it through a perspective of a reader, not perspective of what would I want for this event. But it is tricky sometimes because I think when you have such a unique and like a very distinct brand, how do you vary it from year to year? And so that's what we're always tasked with, and I'm very excited about an event we have coming up in October. We're bringing people to the Vogue offices for our Forces of Fashion Summit. And we're making it very interactive, so you're not just sitting and watching someone, which we've done for, 2.5 years during the pandemic. So I think sometimes we have to change with what's happening in our culture. We have to listen, we have to look, we have to learn. And I think it's so important to keep up with what's around you. Don't stay in your bubble. And I think when I look around, see what we're doing as a community, I can then take that, bring it to Vogue and say, okay, how can I put the Vogue spin on it? And that's challenging. It is, but you know, one step at a time, 1% change is still change. And you know, we try to do what we can.
How did that help you get to where you are today?
I did a lot of interning. Like, maybe not as much as you learned, but I did a lot of interning. I was like the intern duchess or something, I don't know. But I think internships do a lot of great things, right? They give you a broad network, they give you great experience that you can put on your resume. But I think one of the best things that they can do for your career is simply giving you exposure to different companies, different industries, different functions, different corporate structures, different teams. And I think that what it did for me was help me refine what I thought was my dream job. So I did internships in entertainment, PR, fashion, you know, and all of those kind of, I looked at them almost like, what do I want to keep from this experience in my next job, and what do I want to maybe pivot from or knock off? So to the point when I got my internship at L'Oreal as a junior or a rising senior, I knew that this was what I wanted to do, beauty marketing. I was so sure. And then when I got my return offer to come to L'Oreal for full time, I was totally sold. So I think it just gives you a lot of exposure to help fine tune your North Star. And then it also teaches you, right, like how to show up for meetings, how to prepare for a presentation, how to pitch your ideas, how to defend your point of view. So, you know, I never took my internships lightly, and I always looked at them as an opportunity to absorb and learn, and I think a lot of those early lessons really served me well in my eventual career.
Licensing company and a brand management company. So essentially what that means is we buy brands, we buy the intellectual property, and then we license out all of the categories. So we own it, but we manufacture nothing. So we run all the marketing, business development, all of that. So the reason why I know Lauren is because I run the marketing for Aeropostale, Lucky Brand, Juicy Couture, Forever 21, and then a few others. So we have our Juicy Couture Campus Ambassador program, and then our Aero ambassador program as well. And then on the flip side, I'm also a full-time influencer content creator. So I'm kind of a modern day Hannah Montana, some would say. But so yeah, kind of doing it all.
So Margo, I mean, if you guys follow Margo on Instagram, she'll be in like a fantastic country on like this beautiful brand influencer trip on like a Sunday, and then I am like on a Zoom meeting with her on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
So how is this possible? What is actually happening behind the scenes? And just side note, I think a lot of people here are maybe creators on the side while in college and trying to figure out, when I graduate, do I be a creator full-time? Do I get that full-time job? So would love to hear what your world is like.
I definitely think I have a unique perspective on this, just because I feel like a lot of times people go straight into full-time content creating. I would say maybe don't, for a bevy of reasons. I love what I do because I work on the influencer side for a brand, so I got to learn the ins and out of like the business in that way. And then I also was able to offer insight as an actual influencer, so it really kind of helped both sides. As to how I do it, such a good question. I would just say that like, whenever I get this question all the time, I would just say like, I just do. Like if you want something hard enough or you want something to work out hard enough, like you just figure it out. So it's like, there really are a lot of hours in the day. Like 24 hours is a lot, and you can get a lot done. So like whether it's like waking up early to like film content because I like have a deadline for a brand, and then, or if I have to like leave work early for an influencer commitment, so then I'm like staying up late working on like outstanding tasks for Authentic. So it's like really just kind of staying on top of things. Like my reminders app on my phone is like literally my best friend. So just, it's possible, it's definitely hard, but I would just recommend doing it. Also, like, who doesn't love like a double income, you know? It's great.
Networking with other people and hearing from amazing panelists. Hope you guys got something. Hope you guys took something out of those clips I put in here. It was so much fun hearing from all of them, and some great advice for any future creators or interns or whatever. Yeah, now I'm heading back to Jersey. Hope you guys enjoy this vlog, and I'll see you soon. Bye.